So, we did it. I made top cut, top 8 with our boy PK Fire. So, I'm going to review the deck list that I took there. Because clearly, if this deck can win against Virtual World, Tri Brigade, Subterror, and every other deck that is becoming meta right now, then I think it deserves some recognition. I ended up losing, I believe, to Virtual World in top 4. But that was only because I was bricking and didn't draw my correct cards. It was really close. It was 1-1. I was down in life points and we went into time. So imagine how close that was. And it was barely anything. So let's move on to the deck list. Okay, so starting off with 3 Tour Guide. One of the main starters of the deck, normal summon, special summon any level 3 or lower fiend from the deck. This starts any combo possible. And there's no reason why not to play it at 3, because if you can't get this combo started, you might as well just be playing Digimon. So, 3 Tour Guide, obviously. And from previous deck lists, this is different. I'm playing 2 Graph and 2 Seer. So, I decided to cut it down because I realized drawing 3, it gets a bit bricky. And plus, you can only normal summon one of them and special summon the other, so what's the point? Sure, you could draw like another Burning Abyss like Farfa, but that means you can't use Farfa effect to banish for a turn if you're going second. So, it's definitely better to play them at 2 and just not max out on your PK part, but definitely do something that benefits PK instead of Burning Abyss. Alright. And then, we don't have anything too major. We did cut down size because, you know, if the Burning Abyss part gets a little bit bricky. So 1 Farfa, 1 Scarum, and 1 Libic, or what a great man said a little long ago, 1 lil bitch. Alright, so, Farfa, sent to the graveyard, banished for a turn. Really nice for getting rid of those Xyz monsters, so it gets rid of its materials. And also just getting rid of something for the turn. Scarum searches a fiend from the deck and end phase. Perfect for searching out Tour Guide, or any other Burning Abyss monster that you want to search. And Libic, if you have too many Burning Abyss cards in your hand still, just bring this out, and you can pop off as if it never happened. It's really nice to have these 3 cards, and I have never for 1 second thought about cutting them, ever. Alright, now to the PK part. 3 Torn Scale. Another starter. This can start literally anything again. It's pitch a card from hand to send a Phantom Knight from deck to grave. If you don't have anything else in hand, pitch a Cloak, add a Silent Boot. You basically can still do full combo. It's insane how many starters this deck actually has. It's Silent Boot, any Phantom Knight, full combo. Tour Guide, full combo. Normal Summon and Cage, full combo. 2 Burning Abyss monsters, full combo. This deck is so consistent, I'm surprised it isn't taking more tops, and that is not doing it a favor. Second effect, if a Phantom Knight resolves in the grave, special summon it, but it's banished when it's sent to the graveyard, but Xyz summoning takes care of that effect. Nice. It just completely says, no, you stay in graveyard. Alright. Next card, your Searcher. I'm surprised that whenever I looked at a different deck list, they were only playing 2, so I'm shocked. 3 Cloak. It's a Searcher. Banish, add a Phantom Knight from deck to hand. What else can I say? It's another search. You can continue to pop off. This can still go off with Silent Boots, and it adds a Torn Scale for your Greaves to special summon. I don't understand why some people decide to go weak on the PK Fires. This is insane. Some people do not get that this deck is Xyz Turbo, not Utopic Future Dragoon. We've seen that deck list, Sam. You did it dirty. 3 Silent Boot. Perfect. Any Phantom Knight with this, full combo. Special summon from hand if you control Phantom Knight. You can do it with Bardiche if you want to. And also, banish it from graveyard, add a Phantom Knight spell, a trap. This card's amazing. Another card I've seen at 2 on other deck lists. I don't understand. Alright, next. 1 Ragged Glove, 1 Greaves, nothing new. Send a Phantom Knight from deck to grave. It's nothing too special. Stained Greaves is just banished, add to hand. Nothing shabby, but they're kind of needed. Some people don't even play gloves. I'm shocked because it helps you get more Phantom Knights to the grave. I don't understand. And now on to just other cards. 1 Jackalope and 1 Tsuchinoko. These are just mills. And if you manage to get off their effect and special summon, you get to draw another card for more mills. It's amazing. So, reveal in hand. If it doesn't get targeted, special summon, draw a card. But if it does, just special summon it. Jackalope, same effect as Tsuchinoko, except whenever it's sent to the graveyard, special summon Tsuchinoko or any other danger from the deck. Simple and good engine. And to round out the actual monsters, we're going into 3 Cage Moocha Knight. Any level 3 in this, also full combo. It's just, if you normal summon a level 3 monster, just special summon it. Perfect. And what else can you ask for? And to round off our monsters, 3 Ash Blossom. What's not to say about this hand trap? It's the perfect hand trap. No explanation. You just know it's there, and you just don't need to worry about it. Alright, now to the spells. Rank up Magic Force. This is how you go into your Requiem or Archibellion XC. You just banish as many Darks from the grave, like banish Grafts here, go into Archibellion or Requiem from a Breaksword. Or if you go into XC Dragon, banish 1, go into one of the 2. It's amazing, don't know why. That card single-handedly puts this deck way better than what it should. Alright, and then Foolish Burial, Rhoda, Called By. It's just a no-brainer. This stops hand traps by banishing, or you can send any other combo piece. Rhoda is a search for a warrior, so just in case. Foolish is just a pitch. It's amazing, and those cards should definitely be added. Harpy's Feather Duster is also a good card, but I feel like that should be side decked because you don't really need it all the time. Sometimes you will need it, sometimes you don't. Alright, and for the traps, 3 Fogblade, 1 Wing. I was debating playing Sword over Wing, but I debated Wing is definitely more useful if I actually draw it. So definitely Wing over Sword. And Fogblade, it's a no-brainer. It's basically a negate. And you can easily out the downside with Breaksword. It is an amazing card, and it's just a reason why Bardiche was banned in the first place. Same with the rank up Magic Launch that is heavily outclassed now. And round out the main deck, 3 Imperm, also an amazing hand trap. What else to say? And if you're going first, just set it. It's perfect. And on to the extra. Okay, this is where it differs from many other extra decks I've made. It was kind of hard to forge it perfectly. It also took a deep cut on my pocket, but I came through and realized for the sake of PK Fire, this was what had to happen. 2 Breaksword, 1 Dark Rebellion XCs, 1 Dark Requiem XCs. Bardiche, or not Bardiche, Breaksword. Attached to pop 1 on our field, 1 on theirs. If it's sent to the graveyard, special summon 2 Phantom Knights to level 4. What else can I say? You go into Dark Rebellion after using its effect, it's amazing. Rebellion. Just detach 2, and you could just half the attack of one of their monsters, and we gain that attack. It's crazy. And then Requiem. What else can I say? If you don't have these, you're basically screwed. And also, I forgot to add this in, Rebellion. This is the key star of the past deck lists I've made, but Release of King's Court, Drago came out. So, this kind of got sidelined, but it's still an amazing card to have in your side deck, just in case. So, Towers if you have a Dark Exceeds. It's just negate everything on the field. That's the only thing that can attack, but it gains the attack of everything on the field. Perfect card. Perfect for OTKing. You should not underestimate that card in any capacity. Alright. Now, the newer cards are coming up. One Utopic feature. One Utopic Drago feature. This, you just overlay it over 2 Leviators. What else can you say? It does nothing else. Drago, though, has a towers that negates and steals. It's so hard to out. Every time I bring this out, all they can really do is Quinlong and just not really do anything else. This card's too good. So, if you have the chance of being able to play in any deck, do it. It's too broken. I wouldn't be shocked if this card would have gotten hit in any capacity. And this will be shocking. 1 Dante, nothing else. It's perfect just as a one-off card to mill 3 if you need to, and just XCs into something for more attack. Nothing really happens too much anymore. If it's sent to the graveyard, just add Burning Abyss. This card kind of lost placement in the deck, but it's still a nice one-off that just have. Another card that got put down a little bit. 2 Leviators. We used to play 3 for Infinicheck Megaclops, but once again, with the release of King's Court, it's only fair this card goes to 2. Soft once per turn, detach, special summon a banished. It's really good for going into your Utopic Drago, and then going into an Apolloza with whatever you have left over. This card's finally at 2. A lot of people said, why are you playing it at 3? Because it used to be XC spam that can go into Infinicheck Megaclops. Now, it's more combo-centric. You don't really have those crazy towers that are only added by XCs, because one of the best cards in the game right now is XCs. Speaking of that card, Zeus. $70. $70 and 2 weeks of shipping for this card right here, Sky Thunder. What's not to say about it? It has single-handedly warped the format and basically got Dryden banned again. Dryden wasn't the problem. This is. Alright. Once per turn. Yeah, it's just insane. You just detach 2 once per chain, pop everything on the field. What else can you say? Just overtop it, main phase 2. They can't do anything with this card. This card, single-handedly, makes this deck perfect if you just can't OTK, which this is what this deck used to be about. Still can be. This makes it so if you don't FTK, they can't win. They just lose their board. They can't do anything. That's the point of Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays. Your opponent won't do anything. That's what you're supposed to do. 1 Cherubini. Basic combo starter. Just 2 level 3s. Send a card, target Burning Abyss for attack. Second effect isn't really needed. It's all about that first effect. Bardish. Also combo-centric. Send a Phantom Knight from deck to grave. Set a Phantom Knight spell trap. Perfect. And then I decided to sign out the Infinicheck Megaclops for a Unicorn. It's just an easy out to everything else. It's easier to make. And it deserves some recognition. This card's actually really, really good. It's probably one of the most used cards on Dueling Book. And Apolloza. Same combo-centric. Still so good. It's perfect for all those leftover materials. So, you always want to have those just left over. Alright. And time for the side deck. Side deck doesn't have anything too crazy, like exchangeable cards, so you can switch for anything depending on the format. But some cards kind of useful for this deck itself. And now the cards right now that you can switch out. Bureau, Droll, Lancia. Those cards you can switch out any point in time depending on the format. We're currently on a banish-heavy format. Lancia will stop Tri-Brigade. It can kind of stop Virtual World, and it sure as hell stops PK Fire. I've had to side this out a couple times. I played a lot of Virtual World. Not as much Tri-Brigade as I thought. And I played against one other PK Fire player who was playing Control PK Fire with Fire Lake and Fiend Griefing. So this card is definitely useful. Droll is perfect against every other deck, like Salad's coming back. Nibiru's is perfect for any combo deck. Now, cards kind of for this deck is Monster Reborn, Harpy's Feather Duster, Sword, Jade Brigandine. Monster Reborn, just again, in case to get an extra monster out if you really, really need to, and they pop, but they don't negate. It's perfect just to bring that out just in case, or you can use it to bait. Harpy's Feather Duster, perfect for outing like those control decks, perfect for outing stuff that sets a lot of spells and traps, like, well, PK Fire. Sword, just in case you need another thing to send off gloves or torn scale. It's also really, really nice. 800 attack, and you can just discard it so it doesn't, whatever is targeted by it doesn't get destroyed. Really nice. Jade Brigandine. Also another way to get another monster out. Just special something, like set it and bring it out to the field. Really nice. 10 out of 10 would recommend, but I don't main deck it. And then extra deck, the Abyss Dweller, Boral Sword. This is if you know you're going second, and this is only if you know they hard lose to Abyss Dweller, like Salad, or you can't really think of anything else. Silaston against a couple Salad matches ended up winning me a couple matches. Really good, and should not be underestimated whatsoever. And that is my top 8 deck list. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and comment down below. I'm going to be making more decks because I love this game. This game has gotten so much more fun since I left during mid-zoo. So, I'm happy to be back. I'm happy this deck tops like I used to top with, like, zoo, wind-ups, stuff. It was so much fun, and I'm happy I'm back. I'm still thinking on what deck. So, if I should get, like, zoo or virtual world or whatever, I'll try and get it. Because I am really down to get more decks, but PK Fire is always first. If new support comes out for it, I'm getting it first. Alright. And once again, if you enjoy my content, please subscribe. I also do some streaming on Twitch every so often. I'm going to start posting more on YouTube and Twitch, depending if my channel starts blowing up or not. So if you want that to happen, blow up my channel. Alright, and stay safe. And we are out of here.